Hello and welcome to Valentia Saga, War of the Killer Bow, Episode 2, The Taking of Sluice Gate. I'm USS Gordon, Captain, here with,
1776.
and you're watching the takeover of Sluice Gate. So this map is going to be based a lot on using a fairly unreliable strategy based around soloing the entire top side of the map with Python. So in order to get that to work, we're going to need to make a really reliable strategy for taking out this Arcanist on the bottom side, which lets us conserve turn wheels for Python on the top side. Thank you to an engineer at NASA for helping me figure out how to clear this map properly.
Yes, this preparation screen is pretty long because there are a lot of units that are going to be needed to do something that they would not do normally. Like you got Claire being one of the key players here. Luthier is going to need to do something. Mage Gray is going to do something, despite having been pretty relevant for a while. There's a lot of items being traded around. It's This map is really crazy. Like pretty much every unit does something here, except for Foresight and Lucas.
Yeah. Forsyth would have done something, but he doesn't have the time. So here I need to get Silk to 5/5 movement, but she doesn't have 5 moves, so we need to use swap. Python does a drive-by shooting to kill that Arcanist, and then he gets warped over to another square. He gets warped to that square so he can get double warped on the next turn.
Some pretty economic use of our warps. I mean, that's what you get when you have infinite use warp. That you don't have to worry about how many times you use it. It comes back every map.
Yes. A lot this also happens a lot in 3 houses where you set up double warps. So Claire is being put into a really odd position where she's not fighting anything on turn 1. And Luthier has
Yes.
been given the Blessed Ring. This is because he's going to be attacked by an Arcanist, since the Arcanist doubles him, and that means that Clive won't be attacked.
Like in the outputs, the units at the bottom of the map take a very strange unit position in such way that none of the Arcanists can gang up on a unit and kill it. Like Silk, here she's used as a mid shield, which is really strange to say because Silk has no bulk, but her resistance is actually pretty good, so she can tank these magic hits like no other.
Yes. So here begins the beginning of the fairly unreliable top side strategy, very reliable bottom side strategy. So Python has to kill this Arcanist. Now he doesn't kill this Arcanist, and therefore I decide to not turn wheel. The reason you don't turn wheel is that you can just have all your units do the bottom side strategy, which is fairly reliable, and then as you look to see if you got an extremely lucky double Meyer dodge on the top side. If the double Meyer dodge happens, then you're fine. If the double Meyer dodge doesn't happen, then you just turn wheel back.
And here we see the greatness of Claire, being the only unit who can go over that tile so they can gang up on that Arcanist.
Yes.
And that is the reason why she took the 3-star Steel Lance when it could have gone to Matilda or even Clive.
Clive, meanwhile, got a kill, which lets him set up getting to level 8. At level 8, he gets to promote to Gold Knight. With 2 experience wells instead of with 3. 3 is a lot more than 2. Because they need 1 to loop Cliff. So we killed Zatara. Now we have to see if we get lucky and get 2 Meyer dodges in a row. This has sub 9% chance of happening and just doesn't happen. Now, Meyer is a spell that has 70 hit, 6 weight, and 10 might. So Python's just never going to survive 2 Meyer hits, pretty much no matter what heat we do. But Python, in spite of not being able to survive 2 Meyer hits, Python gets to avoid it pretty well because Myers 70 hit gets reduced by luck and by speed. Now, Python doesn't have great luck, but magic hit in this game is defined by luck and luck plus skill over 2, and enemies have 0 luck, so enemies have actually very bad magic hit.
It helps that the lower part of the map is really reliable. It lets us rearrange the RNG in our favor. Like, you just saw Great get a crit on one of the Arcanists, but it didn't matter in the end. We just gonna kill him with Cliff. And we got enough units down here that we can afford to kill all the Arcanists. Like, for example, Luthier kills this one with Excalibur crit, but if we clear the way of that Arcanist, Matilda could have gotten him.
Or Alm. There's plenty of we have overkill combat on the bottom side, which allows the top side to be bad. So here we get this Matilda level up is a good example of a bottom side thing, though. So this Matilda level up was really, really good, getting both strength and defense and speed. Didn't go strength and defense, but we're not going to be able to save it because Python just dies. So we just re-roll back from the beginning because we need to get the double crit. So the reliability of this looks really bad, and it is pretty bad. So there's actually only about a 12% chance of success for each turn wheel you use for the whole thing if you only had one turn wheel. However, due to the way we manipulate turn wheel usage, we can actually get all the way to 55% chance of success and a 1% chance of death instead of a 12% chance of success and 48% chance of death.
Yes, it's the magic of turn wheels. What technically would be super unreliable in any other Fire Emblem game is only mildly unreliable in this one.
So that was Sluice Gate cleared in 2 turns. I'll see you guys next time for Leon Emblem. Ciao.
Bye.